Welcome you all to yet another edition of 3D Graphy News interview. Today again, it's an opportunity for us to have the guest speaker with us, Mr. Rahul Gaywala, who is the director with STPL 3D, one of the indigenous 3D manufacturing SLA printer company and also FDM. When I say STPL, the company is a very old company in terms of which has actually been exercising in medical devices, very specific to do with stents, and also their expertise has been always into laser and laser cutting. So that's been their expertise. But they've also understood the potential of 3D technology, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of what this technology has in terms of the offering when it comes to customized manufacturing going forward. So it's my privilege to actually invite Mr. Rahul Saab for this particular interview to actually understand and learn in terms of the challenges that he might have gone through, because it was a very new technology and now well accepted world over and globally. But India also is gaining a lot of traction. We've seen that there's a lot of consumption for this technology, and the appetite for procuring this technology across different areas of specialization, may it be dental, medical, orthopedics, aerospace, defense, automotive, and also in consumer products, FMCG. So the possibility and the prospect is very wide open for us, ladies and gentlemen. And it was timely that we also have indigenous manufacturing companies now coming out and designing and manufacturing it, because very, very important is research and development. And India has taken that first step forward in research and development to create indigenous machines is such a great, commendable thing. And we will also need to appreciate the government's effort in the direction, because with the Make in India and Atmanirbhar, though it has come with slow and steady steps, but I think that also is driving the course, and for also manufacturing companies to come up with their ideas and innovation to come forward and also create it. So we will always be proud of indigenous companies. Now this is very specific to India, though 3D Graphy News is a global platform, but though coming from India, we also would definitely appreciate the efforts made by our manufacturing setups and units here. So Mr. Rahul, thanks for your time, and it's an opportunity to actually have an interview with you. Want to understand from you, where it all started, and for 3D technology very specifically, and in short about your company and 3D. Yeah, please.
Sure. Thank you very much, Dr. Shibu, for allowing me to be present on this platform, and congratulations to have this platform for Indian 3D printing industry, which is going to grow bigger and bigger in time to come. About STPL, we started in 1993, and at that time, India was in very, very, very infancy of high level of engineering industry. And we started this company with two primary objectives: that the technology need to be user friendly and it need to be affordable. Unless we can make it affordable, it can never be able to reach to the real needful strata of the society. And unless it is adaptable by everyone, it will never gain the traction which is required for a country like us. And on this theme, we started making high precision micro machining systems for diamond processing. And since then, we have been dealing with two of the most precious things in the world. One is diamond and another is human heart. One of our sister companies is making stents which goes inside the heart. And since 1993, our objective is to make everything in India. So we are flagship bearer and hardcore promoter of Make in India campaign of our beloved Prime Minister ji. Our machines are designed, developed in India. We manufacture everything here, and we are exporting to more than 40 countries from here. So taking this the accumulated knowledge of 3D and CNC technology, and right opportunity when the 3D printing industry started gaining some interest in our country. I mean, see, 3D printing industry, I saw first 3D printer all the way back in 1995. Since then, we were aware about the technology, aware about its application, how, I mean, what all key components are required. And I've seen material deposition technology as well as the sintering technology also. But for one or another reason, it was not suitable for our country or required in our country. But at right opportunity, I mean, we found that now is the time we should start working onto it. And we started with the two technologies. One is FDM to make entry into I would say entry level segment, and another is SLA. So these two technology we are working on. We already have machines ready, and I would say it is best in class machine with total control over the process, total control over the software and hardware. Therefore, we can make it more adaptable for our country than any other machines. And we don't believe in importing or trading of machines, because I mean we strongly believe that the engineering know-how which is already available in our country should be made put to a good use for upcoming technologies as well, so that at right time our country will have its own technology as well as its own equipments.
So, Rahul, now also to understand, now these parts are all manufactured here in India.
It's hybrid model. Basically, what happens? We try to make everything in India, but unfortunately, not every technology is possible to manufacture within India because it requires certain kind of ecosystem. For example, if I give you example of optics, so making high grade laser optics is not possible in India. For those components, we have to depend upon or rely upon other countries like European or US countries. But our objective is to make machine as much as possible indigenous. Number one. Apart from component, the major aspect of machine is the man-machine interface, the user interface, and the operating environment. So those things we design by ourselves. For example, I mean, in India, in certain part of country, still there are certain challenges related to electricity. So our machines are designed such a way that it can withstand the Indian operating environment. Also, the machine need to be substantially user friendly. If we want to, I mean, make it mass popular,
Yes,
then it need to be very user friendly and easy to operate. And of course, the way we are operating machine and Western world is operating machine, there will always be a difference.
exactly.
So certain
And also,
level of robustness is inbuilt in our machines.
right.
And I can say this with confidence that because we in during these 30 years we have made tens of thousands of machines for diamond industry, for industrial engineering, and those machines are working on shop floor 24/7. So whatever we accumulated in terms of, I would say, what not to do database, everything is applied into this new machine.
So I'm sure there was a great learning for us for us to come up with something which is very user friendly and very adaptable for the Indian masses in terms of what you're looking at. Are we also looking at an export potential market going forward?
Absolutely, absolutely. I believe that, I mean, see, whatever, if we can design for Indian working environment, it will definitely work flawlessly in other countries as well.
Yeah.
So most of the developed countries. And again, I mean, whatever we can manufacture and make it affordable for Indian population, it will definitely be much affordable for other countries, most of the countries, I would say. There is a big potential, and I strongly believe that if we make competent product, good quality product, it will gain a good market, good acceptance in other foreign countries as well. And our objective is also that.
Right. Also, when it comes to a machine which is SLA, I think the bed size, you have varied options that you are actually offered. What is the immediate sector that you might want to focus, Mr. Rahul?
Two areas comes to my mind. One is the new startup and engineering companies, because it allows people to make more iterations, faster iterations, cost effective also without worrying much about tooling. And especially the way India is embarking on Startup India and Make in India journey, I believe that we need to accelerate the pace. And acceleration can only happen if we provide them rapid prototyping service, so that we can make more eye-pleasing, more aesthetically appealing product, which can stand shoulder to shoulder in world market. So that is one area, and another is of course the medical segment. Medical is a huge segment. Now, right from orthopedic implants all the way to very complex reconstruction surgeries, everywhere this technology has a role. The advantage we have is we can borrow some knowledge from our sister company, which is already having standing very tall in the coronary stent segment. So if they can make a class 4 device, definitely for us, implants or superficial models are much easier to make with their consultation. So these two segments comes to my mind very quickly, and which should adapt this 3D printing technology. Other segment will eventually catch up. For example, academic segment. In educational institute, there is a massive need for 3D printers or 3D knowledge about 3D printing technology.
Yes.
Because we need to take startup right all the way to the colleges, engineering colleges, and that potential we can unleash only if we can make this technology available to future technocrats or students.
Right.
So these are the segment comes to my mind.
And medically, what I've also been told is we are also looking at PEEK as one product for machines which are very, very specific to PEEK, polyether ether ketone. Do you see that as an option? Because PEEK happens to be more medically compatible when it comes to stent style strength, and it will be also very, it's biocompatible for nature, but for implants, I think we see a good opportunity there, especially in orthopedics when it comes to spinal cage. So,
Right.
Mr. Rahul, do you see there you are trying to also look at a focused approach for PEEK? PEEK can be also for automobile, but I'm saying grading it as a medical-led machine.
Right. Definitely. See, in order to gain acceptance in medical fraternity, you need to have certain, what are mainstream material which are being used need to be available. I'm very happy to share with you that our machines are compatible with PEEK material, and also there are other development in progress which will allow us to print metal directly. So it will be SLS technology, direct metal printing technology, which will allow certain complex implants to be manufactured right in our laboratory or our customer's laboratory.
Okay, even metal is what we are looking at in the
We are working on it.
So we will.
Sorry.
So we will wish you all the best for this, Mr. Rahul, because when you have a combination of technologies in the offering, I think you have a good positioning already. Even two of these machines are very precision oriented, and I've actually could experience this machine, and I think with more getting added to your portfolio, I think it will be a great offering to the industry at large. So on a note, thank you so much, Mr. Rahul, for your time, and wishing you all the very best. And I'm sure there is much to come in terms of the way you actually have set the roadmap for the technology. And thank you so much for your time, Mr. Rahul. And
my pleasure.
wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.